Hi everyone, and welcome back to my kitchen for the first Sunday in June for the June series that I'm going to call Show Me the Money or Show Me the Dough. So I think we'll probably be working with dough this month and coming up with a few different recipes, not new ones necessarily, but just to bring it back and give you a little reminders of things that can be done with some dough. You can make your own, buy it, or whatever. And I'm going to be using all 4 weeks pizza dough. And I bought the pizza dough that I'm using today. It's getting difficult to find the ingredients to make your own. So I'm not sure we're ever going to have bread flour back again. I can't find it anywhere. Ridiculous. But anyway, so today we're going to be making a Stromboli. Now, some people call these calzones, some people call them Strombolis. To me, I have the distinction of this. A calzone is made with a round piece of dough like you would put on a pizza pan. And the ingredients are put on half of it, and then the top is folded over and you have like a giant turnover. Where a Stromboli is put on flat pizza dough like a rectangle and rolled up inside of that and then cooked that way, and it kind of looks like a burrito when it's finished. And it is sliced in little sandwich pieces. Now they both have cheese in them, most all the time. The calzone sometimes has a ricotta cheese mixture where the Stromboli doesn't. They both can have a sauce. Calzone is easier for the sauce than a Stromboli. I do not put sauce in my Stromboli, because I don't want it to make the dough wet. And because it's going to be rolled, where if it were a calzone, it's going to be a big envelope and the dough is going to puff up around it. So anyway, I'm going to make a Stromboli today. I'm going to take you down to the counter and show you the ingredients we're going to be using. Simple, simple. Anybody can make one. Just watch. Be right back. Okay, the first ingredient that I'm going to show you today is some cooked sausage. And I will insert a little video here that shows you earlier, because I had to cook this earlier because it has to cool before I can use it in the Stromboli. So as soon as I show you the rest of the ingredients, I'll show you that video. I also used some paprika. Let's see if I can get you down where you can see these. I think. Paprika. I added some minced onion. I'm going to be using a pizza sauce, not in the Stromboli, but to dip it in later. A pizza crust, 1 egg, and 2 cups of mozzarella cheese. And I'm using Italian sausage today for a couple of reasons. I like Italian sausage, and with using the Italian sausage I was able to put some sweet and 1 hot to give it a little bit of kick but not make it too spicy. But you don't have to use Italian sausage. You can use ground beef and ground turkey. If you were going to use the ground beef, you probably have to put in a few more spices, garlic powder, onion powder, maybe a little fennel, Italian seasoning, but because this is Italian sausage, most all of that seasoning's already in it. So I'm going to get busy and I'll show you the next step. But in the meantime, let me show you what I did earlier with browning the sausage. Back in a bit. Okay, I have sausage here. I have 4 sweet sausage and 1 hot sausage. I think you can tell the difference by looking at them. I'm just going to open the casings. It did not say 4. It actually said 3, I think. But these sausages are smaller than some of the others, this particular brand, so I thought I'd need 4. What you will need actually is 2 cups of ground meat of whatever kind you are choosing. Okay, so I'm just getting them out of the casing, and the scissors wasn't working very well. I'm going to get a knife, and we'll just get the casing off of these and get them in the pan. You can buy the loose ground sausage. I buy that quite often because that's what I use in my red gravy or pasta sauce. But I wanted to be able to put 1 hot sausage in, so that's why I'm taking them out of the casing this time, so that I could mix it. So we'll just get all 4 of these opened. And in the pan is probably on about 6, medium to medium high. And it will take a little while to get this. You want to cook it very well. You want to make sure it is completely done, because you don't want it to give off any more. You're going to drain it. And if it's not completely done, it's going to cook in the oven for 20 minutes, but if it's not completely done, it will give off some more grease in the oven, and of course that would make your dough soggy. So let's just, I have to go and wash my hands, obviously. Quiet time. Now I'm going to add just some minced onion to this. It didn't call, the recipe did not call for minced onion, but we like onion, so I thought I'd just add a little bit of minced onion, the dried minced onion. There you go. And we'll add not too much, just enough to give it some onion flavor. You can also add red pepper flakes if you want, but I did not because I had hot Italian sausage in there. I am going to add a little paprika. And then I'm just going to chop it up with my little handy dandy chopper and let it cook. These choppers are great, but everything gets stuck in between them. I have to keep taking it off. And this chopper, you can buy these on Amazon. It does chop the meat up nicely. So that's what you're going to do. You're going to bring it all up, cook it all up good, and then drain it very, very well. Back in a bit. Okay, back again. Now I have got this dough that I just popped. And let's see if we can find the end of it here. Now it says 9 by 13, and so I use this little cutting board because it is basically just about that size. And so it's really a good judge. So what I'm going to take is, I'm just going to maneuver it around a little bit, pull it out. Pinch it if it needs to be pinched. This just happens to be a good, it actually said to do it right on your baking sheet, greased baking sheet, but then I never listen to directions. Okay, so I've got my dough ready. Now I need 2 cups of this sausage mixture, and I may have more than I need here. So we're going to try. Don't mind my cup. My cup always has flour in it. And I'm big on using hand power. I'm cooking for me and Bob, not for the rest of the world, so there's 1 cup. Oh, this may not be much more than 2 cups. And the reason I'm being more careful, and this is actually going to be just 2 cups, is that only so much will fit on this dough. Okay, I have got 2 cups of my sausage mixture. Now I'm going to take an egg. Going to add an egg. And I'm going to add 1 cup and 3/4 of mozzarella cheese. And yes, I put my hand in the mozzarella cheese after the sausage, but the sausage is already cooked. One. The recipe calls for a total of 2 cups of mozzarella cheese. So do 1 3/4 here. Okay. Now take a fork. Let's see if we can mix this all together. It says to use a greased cookie sheet. I have a piece of parchment paper on mine. And my oven is preheating to 400 degrees. All right, seems like a lot of filling, but we're going to see. Let me move you over a little bit. And I'm going out pretty close to the ends. All the way around. And I'm just going to press just the tiniest bit so that it doesn't want to flop around when I start to roll it. All right. Let me rinse my hands. I'll be right back. Now, starting from one of the long ends, the first thing when you're rolling is you want to take the first piece and really just push it up there. You're not rolling anything, you're just getting it closed in, okay? Now, from here on in, we can start to roll. And we don't want to squeeze it hard, we just want to roll it up. Whoop, and we have a little hole, and pinch it closed. Look at this, huh? Looking good. And I'm going to pull this other piece up. And when I've got it all rolled nice, I'm going to pinch my ends. And bring my paper over, and I'm going to be able to lift this right up and put it right over here. There we go. Actually going to go one more little roll here to make sure the seam is way on the bottom. Here we go. Now, a little bit of olive oil. And rinsing my hands. The other quarter cup of the mozzarella. There we go. Now you know why I like to use the parchment paper, because this cheese is going to melt and melt on the parchment paper. All right, this is going in my 400-degree oven for, let me check, it says 15 to 20 minutes. So I'll bring you back when it comes back out of the oven. Back in a bit. There you go, fresh out of the oven. Now it's got to rest for 5 minutes, and then I'll bring you back and show you what it looks like when I cut it. Hold in there. Okay, let's cut this little puppy and see what we get. And I'm going to show you, I'm going to serve it with a little dish of marinara sauce up here, and a chopped salad. And we have, in the chopped salad, we have lettuce, tomato, peppers, cucumbers, onion. And the tomato and the peppers came out of our garden today. So let's just cut some of this. Look at that. Beauteous, huh? I think I'll serve 3 slices. Oops, sorry, hitting the dish. So there you go. That's what's for dinner tonight. No taste test today because I'm going to get my plate ready and we're going to eat. But I'll see you Tuesday. I got my craft outlet order in, so we'll see what we can come up with for Tuesday. Until then, everybody stay safe, stay healthy, play by the rules, and everybody play nice now. Love you. Bye.